Так що ж, будемо починати зараз. Так, що там, все у нас працює, все хорошо. Зараз хвилиночку будемо починати. Так, що за приколи, де Катя? Мені треба поручення здати, а вона десь пропала. Так, ну нам походу, да, нам сюди. Так, ну що ж, всім привіт, продовжуємо грати в Genshin Impact на PlayStation 4, це Сумеру, 6 час. Граємо сюжет. Я просто не хочу підписувати довге названня. Де воно там? Сни, пустота і обман. Том 3, кома, глава 3. Там чорточка чи ще щось. Словно торжествуючий герой. Це дуже длинне названня буде для стрима. То ще плюс Genshin Impact, чорточка, це сни, пустота, словно т-т-т. Типа Сумеру, 6 часть. PlayStation 4, це дуже длинне названня. Можна, звісно, в описанні хотів би додати, напевно. Просто я коротко кажу, що названня стріма Genshin Impact, Сумеру 6 часть, це означає, що ми граємо сюжет Genshin Impact. Сумеру це наш сюжет. Так, ну що ж, продовжимо з того моменту, де ми зупинилися в Сумеру 5 часть. О, де це ж ця вона.
Here she comes. Satari is here. Let's quietly follow her. Once she starts talking to her acquaintances, we'll find a safe spot to begin possessing them.
Нашу жертву.
As for how we'll sway her to our side, I'll leave that to you. I trust you'll know what to say.
Тільки не кажу, що варіанти будуть. Два варіанти, да?
I'm starting to feel kind of nervous. Okay, let's go. Looks like they've already started talking. Let's find a hiding spot and get started.
Логічно було в началі розговору вселитися.
That's right. You really can't force anything when it comes to love. And besides, everyone around me has a very different background and outlook. Are you still listening to me, Nabia?
Oh, of course I'm listening. You were talking about troubles with your love life, right? I heard everything you said.
Okay then. You just seemed a little distracted for a moment there. Strange. Your cats seem pretty worked up. Is something wrong?
Де вони бозлілись? Просто дивляться.
I always thought they were quiet, happy kitties. Oh, what are their names again?
Хамрі, Тамру. Харут і Марут. Я не пам'ятаю, чесно кажучи. В прошлому стріму ми підходили до неї, вона там казала казати також. Ну я не пам'ятаю, бо вже пройшло ж пару днів. Чи скільки там пройшло? Хаму і Тамру, Харут і Марут. Харут і Марут.
Ah, that's right. They are just little darlings, aren't they? Harut and Marut.
So, which fortune do you want me to read for you today? You must have come for another echo of the divine voice of wisdom.
I'd like to get another reading on my love prospects, but to be perfectly honest with you, I feel like I've been a real mess recently.
Дуже, у тебе є возлюблений? Хто тобі подобається?
A mess?
Well, could you do a reading on how long it'll take me to finish my current project at work? I really just want to get it over with.
Десь, получає, Пайман виглядала, вона обернулась, Пайман сховалася, вона розвернулася, Пайман знову появилася. Пайман дуже палиться.
I hear you. No problem at all. The gods will reveal the truth.
О боги. О боги заговорили. Ох-ох-ох, боги заговорили. Не знаю, на перше.
The gods are asking. Sitaria, why haven't you gone home?
Why haven't I gone home? Do the gods really know everything I've been thinking about?
Sitaria, why don't you just go home? It's a demand now instead of a question. The gods seem to be truly upset.
I'm sorry. I know I failed the gods. Please pass on my most sincere apologies and ask for their divine forgiveness. And if I may ask, Nabia, is there a specific god who's speaking to you right now?
What an inconsiderate and naive question. The god who is speaking to me is, of course, the wisest and mightiest of all, the Scarlet King.
The Scarlet King? No wonder he would make such a demand of me. Oh, wait a second. The Scarlet King passed away a long time ago. Even though news of the Scarlet King's resurrection has been spreading like wildfire, it's all just a misinformation campaign from the academia. How can the Scarlet King still exist in real life?
Так, значит, эта академия распускает слухи о царе Дешрете.
What insolence! I am the Scarlet King's most loyal believer. Do you wish to refute his voice of wisdom?
Oh, no. As a child of the desert, I am only reveling in his power upon learning that his divine glory has touched even this city. I will think very carefully about his demand of me. I'm sorry. I must go now.
Wait!
Через що близько вони були.
Oh, she just ran off in a hurry. She looked pretty upset too. Well done. Sitaria didn't seem to suspect anything amiss. To have something she's been trying desperately to avoid show up out of nowhere and berate her, that must have shaken her to the core. Aw, Nahida, it seems like you understand human emotions really well after all. All I know are some abstract Harvard-taught theories. And in any case, my time with you has shown a lot of them to be utterly useless. I'm still trying to make sense of everything. Anyway, enough of that. Let's hurry and catch up to Sataria. She's out of Keem's now, right on cue. Let's get ready to possess him right away!
It's okay. I just got caught up in something. Oh, actually, didn't you ask me to help you look for work? What kind of work were you looking for again?
Каменотесом. Каменотесом. Мне кажется, садовником.
Gardening? But don't you hate everything to do with plants? I still remember getting mad at you for secretly throwing away the bonsai that I gave you as a present.
Ошибся.
You see, a friend told me that the secret to self-improvement is to work on things you're not so good at.
Fair enough. I didn't think that was something you would consider. Speaking of, how's he doing? Is he feeling any better?
Я не помню ничего. Эх, отлично. Даже ходит уже пошустрее. Да, уже даже начал поднимать все какие вещи. Даже пошустрее. Поднимать какие вещи. Не знаю, что тут типа ходит уже, значит, Я не знаю.
Oh, that's good to hear. I've been thinking a lot about him. If I could get some more time off, I'd love to pay him a visit. Actually, while we're talking about him, is he still living in Port Ormos?
Yeah, he's been retired there for a while.
If you could find the time, please write him a letter. Please pass on that recently, faith in the Scarlet King has taken root in Port Ormos and has begun to spread across Sumeru. He has a quick temper and has always been a devout follower of the Dendro Archon. I don't want him to get into a fight with those Scarlet King believers because of a difference in beliefs.
Oh? So, who are you siding with in all of this? The Academia or the Scarlet King? I'm so jealous of you. You were born a child of the desert, yet you chose to betray the Scarlet King, and now you spend all your time with those crooks from the Academia.
Akeem, you don't mean you've also become a believer of the Scarlet King?
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise Scarlet King? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
Can't pick a side? Me?
Whoa! Paimon had no idea you'd be so good at this!
Я не слишком на её давила.
You really zeroed in on the issue and put it right in front of her. It might feel a bit overwhelming for Sataria. But once everything is over, I'll be sure to pay her a visit to her mind and explain everything. Anyway, let's keep going.
Ще третій раз, да? Не рядом десь.
Come on! Sataria's already started talking with Shishan!
So, Shishan, have you noticed anything weird in the city lately? Like, as if someone was trying to preach to you about something?
Да нет. Я вообще все свободное время в подвале сижу, грызу гранит науки. И я все свое время на чердаке провожу, учусь. Ну, не те саме.
Wait, did you just say attic? I thought this place didn't have an attic. Also, don't you usually study in the basement?
Ну, то я вже прикольнувся. Треба підвал вибрати. Я чердак вибрав. Обалдеть. Та я сповнив, що ми з нею говорили. Вона казала, що під баром є підвал. Я вибрав не то. Ну, що там навчиться, ти думаєш, та ладно, не важно, що. І що то не вчитався ж там. Чердак, а там підвал був. Зараз подозрівати буде щось.
Well, the restaurant recently added an attic. I've been studying there because it has better lighting. Oh, right. Speaking of strange things, I celebrated the Sub-Zerus festival so many times that I lost count. That was really weird.
Wait, how could you be aware of that? That should be impossible. Nothing in the report indicated anything like that.
Are you still failing to realize that the Academia's lowly tricks could never deceive all of Sumeru's citizens?
Sean, don't tell me that you've converted to the Scarlet King as well.
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of the Scarlet King. In reality, shouldn't you be the one who is ashamed? You, who works side by side with the Academia and treated people as nothing more than experimental subjects?
Да, используй эксперимента народ в качестве подопытных.
Please, please stop!
Even now, Satori is still trying to run from her problems. She can no longer justify everything to herself. Hey, she's trying to talk to the guards! What should we do? This is the most important part of all. Quick, get ready.
Mercenary, you're a member of the Corps of 30, correct? Please help me pass a message to the Matcha right away. The situation in the city is getting out of control.
Please, try to remain calm, miss. Tell me what's happening in the city.
Heretics are infiltrating the city, and they've already converted many residents to their side.
Heretics? What kind of heresy are you talking about?
The Scarlet King! Many people I know have suddenly started believing in him, but he's long dead. It's impossible.
Miss Sataria, nothing is impossible.
You know my name?
The Scarlet King is immortal, and all who defy him will one day pay the price. You must face the truth, Sataria. You tread a treacherous path, and the longer you ignore it, the tighter the Academia's grasp on you will become, and the deeper you will be ensnared. Child of the Scarlet King, never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise Scarlet King? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of the Scarlet King.
Sataria,
Ну,
why
тут автор или...
haven't you gone home?
Я не успею почитать, потому конечно.
seems that no matter where I run, I only keep finding more believers of the Scarlet King. I have to say, this is a familiar feeling. I've also been running from my guilt this whole time. Guilt over my part in the Sage's plans, and from ignoring the letters from the children of my homeland. But no matter how much I may try to ignore or get rid of it, my guilt always comes back.
Следуй зову своего сердца. Еще не поздно все изменить.
You won't necessarily lose your research opportunities by facing the truth. Besides, did you really want to conduct your research while carrying such heavy feelings of guilt?
How do you know me so well? Are you truly just a believer of the Scarlet King? Or are you the god himself?
That's not important. The important thing is to pass judgment on the Academia and its sages, and to correct their mistakes. If you could provide some assistance in this matter, perhaps it could serve as a form of atonement.
I've actually never believed in the gods, but I've always believed in serendipity. Your appearance must be a fated opportunity for me to get out of this wretched situation. Please tell me, what can I do for you?
Отлично. Нам удалось убедить ее.
How much do you know about the sage's current activities?
I was just one of the designers for the masked dream harvest scheme, which is what happened around the Sub-Zeru's festival. But I know very little about the full scope of the overall project. I'd assume that only staff with the highest clearance would have access to those confidential documents. I've just been working to meet the Grand Sage's specified requirements. However, there's something that's been really bothering me. I heard that a scholar who was previously expelled has returned to the city, and even the sages are still quite wary of him.
Мудрецы боятся какого-то двоечника.
To fight against the Academia, we will need to figure out the nature and the purpose of their work. Is there a way for us to get access to the confidential documents you mentioned?
It should be possible if we're willing to take some risks. After all, I'm an assistant to the Grand Sage, and I've been working on many tasks outside of the project. One thing, though, I won't be able to transfer the documents to you through the Akasha once I get my hands on them. The sages have always closely monitored all activities within the Akasha. Let me see... let's use the most primitive method. Send someone to pick up the documents tomorrow evening at the Academia entrance.
The Academia entrance. Wouldn't that be too conspicuous?
Don't worry about that. I assure you, this won't be a trap. I'm only suggesting this location because it'll draw more scrutiny for me to leave the Academia again. It'll be safest for me to distract the guards long enough to hand you the documents.
All right, I trust you.
So, if I were to successfully complete this task, would it...
that'll depend on the judgment of the Dendro Archon.
The Dendro Archon. That's right. Her people are the ones we have endangered. As the god of wisdom, she's also the one responsible for judging and guiding the scholars. Maybe it's time for me to find a god to believe in.
Just as Nahida predicted, we've managed to bring Sataria to our side! The Traveler's execution was ingenious. She's the one who deserves all the praise. Well, now that we've made plans to meet again tomorrow evening, all we can do is pray for Sataria's mission to go off without a hitch. Pray? But if we're going to pray to the gods, aren't we just praying to you? God of wisdom and guardian of the scholars? No. The truth is the true guardian of scholars. I've always believed that. Anyway, let's meet again tomorrow evening at the Adventurers Guild.
Ну, наверное, біля Катерини. Ну, ти там вже появився чи ні? Мені треба ще то до настоящої Катерини ходити. Ну, де вона гуляє, де? Її нема тут. Що за піздець? Можна і так сказати. Следующего дня ще 19:00. Ви гоніте. Ну, явно мені кажуть, сюди треба. Перемотати время, як то кажуть. Мотати ще й прям до його. Раніше не можна було мотати так багато. Вроді тільки один день можна було мотати раніше. Чи ж не провів, скільки можна, на 2 дні тільки. Да, тільки 2 дня. Все, 2 дня і достигнут максимальний попиток настройки времени. Да, раніше був 1 день. Да, де ти шлялася? Приперлась.
Catherine, we're here! Oh, you are the other Catherine, right? That's right. I suppose I'm the other Catherine in your mind.
Может, будем просто звать ее Нахидой?
Shh! We're on a secret mission tonight, so we need to protect Catherine's identity. Yep. Paimon's right. We cannot fully rule out the chance that the meetup tonight is just a trap. If something were to happen, my existence may be the only trump card we'll be able to play. After all, the academia should still be unable to confirm the existence of my consciousness in the outside world. Yep, exactly. Just what Paimon was thinking.
Ой, Паймон тут мозг включила, мозг запрацював. Наверное, в том случае. Как-то не верится, что ты смогла до такого додуматься, Паймон. Мозги там не пересохли.
Anyway, enough about that. Let's just make sure to be on our guard.
Вы ничего страшного не ощущаете?
Off? What do you feel is off?
Вокруг стало как-то подозрительно тихо. Нет людей.
It's the middle of the night. Of course it's quiet. You're not getting paranoid, are you? No, I think she's right. It really is a lot quieter than usual. If you look around, there seems to be fewer people on the streets. I'm not sure if this is the case for the entire city, though.
Та вообще нікого нема.
Huh. Maybe it's just a coincidence. Maybe Sataria figured out a way to not only distract the guards, but also to get everyone to go to sleep early, just so we can exchange the documents in peace. I also can't quite figure out why things feel a little off. But now that we're here, let's go ahead and meet her as we planned. Well, regardless, as long as you're here with us, Paimon feels a little safer.
Я експедиції не можу здати, бо в сюжеті участвую. Типа, Нахіда одолжила Катерину. Все, експедиція гейм овер. Поки сюжетку наверное, не пройду. Далеко там йти? по другій контрольній
There
точці.
really aren't many people out right now. Let's hope it'll be this quiet in front of the academia, and that Sataria managed to distract all the guards.
Чекай, скільки мене там 40? 50. А гостої? 100 одиниця. Я таки кухню не знайшов тут ніде. Ой, ладно, що тут думати? Телепортации недоступны. Пиздец. Классные новости, конечно. Ролик? Да. Ну, ролики короткие тут.
What are all these people doing here at this hour of the night?
Ah, the triumphant hero returns at last. And to a rather spectacular welcome, even if I do say so myself.
You're the outcast, expelled from the academia.
Indeed I am. Although these days they tend to call me the Doctor. If you're looking for your researcher friend, she has already been taken into confinement. With some basic caution, she could have discovered the listening device on her person. Clearly, she lacks the degree of rigor expected of a true scholar.
The people of Sumera City. What have you done to them?
I simply made some minor adjustments to their Akasha terminals. Now they can deposit information directly into the subconscious. As you can see, all these lovely people now believe this traveler is a hero who has just saved the world. My experiment is a success. And now it seems they can no longer hold back their sheer adoration.
No, what should we do? These are all just regular people. Leave now. You need to get out of here. But that guy's a Fatui Harbinger. We can't just leave you here. Nor can I abandon the people of Sumeru. Don't worry. We'll meet again outside of the city.
I see. You appear to have overridden their mental faculties with your own consciousness. To possess such a powerful mind, you must be the god of wisdom.
This should be far enough. Whew. Paimon needs to catch her breath first. Is the heater going to be okay? We only made it out because of her.
Так, что тут у нас все хорошо, ведь она может в любой момент поместиться в другое сознание. Ну да, тільки никого нема. Не знаю, видела. Какой-то тот тип был жуткий. Не знаю, видел какой-то был. Ну не, жуткий не.
Paimon wasn't counting on running into a new harbinger here, let alone such a high-ranking one. That guy was number 2. So scary.
Не самый він жуткий.
He called himself the Doctor. Remember, Tainari told us about him. Sataria did say that someone who once got expelled from the academia came back recently.
Щось певно казав доктор, там так казав доктор. Написано доктореч, це просто у нього прізвище. Ну, прізвище доктори.
And that even the sages are wary of him. Yep. Sounds like she must have been talking about the Doctor.
Доктори. Недооценили мы масштаб этой проблемы. Недооценили мы сложность этой проблемы.
Yeah. Now that the Doctor's in the picture, we're no longer just dealing with the academia. They're in cahoots with the Fatui. But what are the Fatui after this time? Another Gnosis?
Та, давай вгадаємо. Заберуть вони серце дендрона Хіди чи ні? Ставки ставим. Я ставку свою ставлю 99% не заберуть серце на Хіди. Це буде неожиданно, якщо вони не заберуть серце на Хіди, що ми якось її спасемо. А чому такі 99%? Тому що, судіть самі, у Вінті сеньора легко забрала в нього серце. Цей Чжун Лі просто контракт создав, ну, типа, контракт. І сам передав, на, забирайте. Піздець. В третьому, щось я вже підзабувся. Ну, то, наче, забрали. Чи десь хранила, та й Міко віддала. Ну, коротше, теж віддали. Ну, тут та сама ситуація буде. Смисл в тому, що, наверное, вони всі серця позбирають, а тут якусь буде величезна угроза, і ми нужні спасти все чоловічество Тейвата. І ми якось це спасемо. Так що 1% на то, що серце останеться у Дендрорхонта. Так, сперва ми повинні знайти Нахіду.
Yeah, things would be a lot easier with Nahida's help. Nahida said we'll meet again outside of the city. But we can't just keep waiting around, right?
Мы продолжим расследование. Мы найдем еще кое-кого, кто с этим связан.
You mean...
Я думал, того серебристого пацана Тигнари.
Oh, right! Wasn't he invited by the sages to work on some project when we were staying with him in the Vidya forest? That has to be the same project! Even though he turned it down at the time, he might still know something. There's no time to lose. Let's go to Gandharvaville.
Тут що, частинку якусь ми завершили. Приключения требуют мужества, поиск не понял. Там ще якась місія, що? Ні, ну це ще не кінець. З нею пустота і обман. Це ще продовження, дуже не в кінці камінь стока дати. Гавань Лью, це син. Весь прилетевший издалека, Мальштанта. А, це события. Це у нас события. О балладах і кубках. Що там Катерина хоче? Встреча в лесу. Поговорите с Катериной, прогуливаясь по Сумеру, вы находите знакомое место. Ну, що так дуже мало дають, значить щось там понтове буде. Блін, телепорту тут нема. Поближче. Ну, наверно, сюди. О, працює.
Hold it right there. A blonde-haired traveler and a floating fairy. We've got you, all right. Take a look around. You've fallen right into our trap.
Пустенький, сейчас вам задницу надерем.
Are you mercenaries from the Corps of 30? Did you come here to arrest us?
Ні, бригаду, я думав, ці пустенькі.
Corps of 30? We're nothing like those government lapdogs who don't even get scraps for their work. We are an elite brigade that commands the highest commission rate in all of Sumeru. We're here on the orders of a client known only as the Outcast.
The Outcast? An outcast from the Academia?
Похоже, речь о докторе.
But why wouldn't the doctor just send the Fatui after us?
У местных наемников большее преимущество. Он воспользуется ресурсами Академии.
Still wasting time on idle chit-chat. We'll shut you up soon enough. Get them!
Та що драка в сюжеті не може бути.
Shiver! You can't run! Whirling snow! Judgment! Punishment! Let me scribe!
It isn't over yet! Here comes reinforcements!
My apologies!
That was pretty rough. Is that what elite mercenaries are like?
Эта засада была проще простого.
Yeah. Looks like we'll have to keep our guards up.
Пайман, тебе надо быть посторожнее.
But this doctor guy seems like a pretty tough opponent. He knew exactly where to set up an ambush. Did he... going up against smart people is tough. Anyway, let's keep going.
Аж другий раз глюкнуло. Ну, колею встречаем.
Oh, it's the traveler and Paimon. What are you two doing back here? Kale, it's nice to see you again. Are you doing all right? To be honest, I'm not doing too well. My Elazar has been progressing at a faster rate lately. I'm finding it harder to complete more intricate tasks. As a result, Master Tainari is taking me off the patrol schedule. He will only allow me to stay here and coordinate other people's tasks. Oh, Kale. of Tainari, did he go off on patrol? We're here to talk to him.
Oh, Master Tainari? You just left the Avidia Forest a little while ago.
Huh? He left? But isn't Tainari always saying that he never wants to leave the Avidia Forest? He even turned down the sage's invitation.
I thought it was weird too. Master Tainari always prioritizes his work as a forest watcher above everything. He almost never leaves his post. He left in a hurry this time, though. No, I only found out that he left through a message he left behind. He also made sure to delegate all his tasks using a schedule. To leave in such a hurry? I'd guess he had something urgent to take care of. Master Tainari originally studied in the Amorta Darshan of the Academia, and Pardis Dii is something like the Amorta's research base. Many rare shrubs and grasses have been planted there for research. I know that before he became a forest watcher, Master Tainari once spent a long time conducting research at Pardis Dii.
A research base, huh? Gotta wonder what kind of research Tainari just decided to work on all of a sudden. Oh, we don't have a lot of time, so let's go look for him at Pardis Dii.
Береги себя.
Don't worry, I'm fine. I'm used to living with Elazar by now. If you run into Master Tainari, please...
Got it. Will do. See you later, Kale.
Чё? Отправляйтесь по одежде. То есть... Ні, карта не показує, куди дальше. Кто-то из персонажей занят другим заданием. Видимо, это задание у них не в приоритете. Приключення требують мужества. Як це може бути самий основний сюжет в ігрі, понимаете? Самий пріоритет, самий основний, головніше всього. І не в пріоритеті. Це бред. Це просто бред. Ні в одній грі такого не бачу, щоб основний сюжет був не в пріоритеті. Це просто піздець. Більше тут нічого сказати. О, боже мій. Це там нова місія. Приключення требують мужества. Да, це вона якраз і є. Та такого не бачу ще. Ой, боже. How's that? Да, Катерина миссию нам якусь здесь надо. Это уже обычно Катерина. И к звездам, и к безднам. Добро пожаловать в гильдию Искателей Приключений. Привет, Катерина, привет. Приветствую вас. Вы сегодня прекрасно выглядите. Вы пришли за поручением или по другому вопросу? Что вы на меня так смотрите? Хотите что-то спросить? Мы за поручением. Вот как. Глядя на вас, можно сделать вывод, что у вас богатый приключенческий опыт. Что-то вроде того. Туда вы знаете принцип работы гильдии Искатель Приключений. Поэтому повторяться я не буду, чтобы не тратить время, зато вначале это повторялось. Можете обращаться ко мне по любым вопросам, связанным с гильдией. Пожалуйста, не забывайте выполнять поручения Сумеру. Местным жителям нужны такие выдающиеся искатели приключений. Всегда будьте смелыми к звездам и к безднам. И уже десь кудись ділась, пиздец. Отправляйтесь по одежде. Чого? Це за те, що ми попізділи 11 тисяч нам дали. Вау. Я вже думав, експедицію здам, ага. Здав я. Награди репутації Сумеру. Це нам 20 очки дадуть, наверное. Чекаю, ти вже відкрився чи ні? Не цікаво. Я вже читав тебе. Я, походу, треба другий уровень відкрити города. Бля, сюди другу вже я заповнив. Бля, я вже думав, що тебе нема. Так, ви 20 очки должны дати. Бля, 12% ж треба. Бля, 20 халявних очків, це хорошо. Бля, ну мені треба ще 2 місії якісь пройти. Хоча б якісь 2 місії. 2 соточки я заберу, тоді буде 420, мені хватить ще 3 цілий. По 20-ки дають нам. Бля, ще 31 місія. Ну і на зумі там 45. Якусь я місію брав в прошлый раз. Ну ладно, куди ти чекаєш, що там цей... Чо книжка завалилась? А, все, нам... Мені відкрилися поручення із Сумеру теж, вау. Ух ти, шо? Угу. Ну да, я ж поки що мав не грав ні одне поручення. Сьогодні вход поручення можна ставити. Так, сьогодні нам сюди. Ну да, я ще не відкрив це. А тут я відкрив. О, дивіться, де Катерина нас. А? До нас вона жде нас уже. Так, та походу Катерина і походу Тігнарів, де мені кажуть. А куди Катерина попала? Це ж фотка була. Сделать фото. Ну да, так то є. Нахіда.
Thank goodness you're okay. We were so worried about you.
Но третьего я случайно не перепрограммировал?
Hey, this was supposed to be a touching reunion, but you're ruining the moment.
Ну це було б на другий варіант, а я ж перший взяв, то що ти?
Actually, it's very smart of the traveler to be wary of me right now. After all, the doctor has shown that his technology can apparently even control human minds. Plus, it's not like you could have known what happened after we split up and I was facing the doctor by myself. Even a pool of stagnant water after a torrential storm can occasionally pass as a patch of sky.
Paimon feels like only the real Nahida could come up with such an obscure analogy.
Я тоже так думаю. Вот теперь я тебе верю.
Huh? But I wasn't trying to win your trust or anything. All I wanted was to clarify my point. Well, we understand that point now. Please, Nahida, tell us more about what happened. Are those poor people all right? When you left, I was still in the middle of restoring everyone's minds. Thankfully, when the doctor mentioned depositing information into the subconscious, he didn't mean engraving information into their minds. Instead, he did something closer to creating hallucinations. That was still within my power to fix. Luckily, I managed to finish my restorations and mind jump away from him just as he was about to capture me. What a relief. The doctor sure pulled out some hidden cards, but good thing we had Nahida with us. I wouldn't be relieved just yet. I gave away my true identity when I restored everyone's minds, which means we've lost another one of our trump cards.
Все, Катрина вже участвувати в сюжеті не буде.
Also, the doctor is already an expert at modifying Akasha terminals. Maybe it's only a matter of time until he captures my consciousness inside the Akasha. Would that mean you'd no longer be able to jump between minds? Then how do we stop him? He's still at the Academia, so it's possible he already started messing with the Akasha.
Ах, нужно торопиться. Наше положение будет ухудшаться.
It feels like he's toying with us. What a nasty piece of work. Plus, the doctor's combat ability alone is apparently enough to make him worthy of being number 2 of the Fatui.
Та ти що, друг?
We shouldn't give up hope just yet. Let's try to find another way to attack this problem. Actually, Nahida, how did you know we were trying to get to Party's DI? Have you been waiting for us? Yes, I have. I can see the traveler's elemental energy, so I deduced your destination by looking at the direction you were moving in.
Бо ти ж сталкером тепер нашим. Будеш преслідувати Мисаки.
You didn't come here for sightseeing, right? Did you find any leads? We're looking for a scholar we know. His name is Tainari, and the sages once tried to reach out to him. Why don't you come inside with us and see what we can find? Okay, let's just hope we won't get him into trouble.
Ой, це, наверное, Зелоновська.
Traveler? It is you!
Ah! The voice! It's Hypatia!
Давно не виделись. Вот уж не думали встретить тебя здесь.
What a pleasant surprise! It's so nice to see the two of you again.
Who's this? She's a scholar we met in the Avidia Forest. When we last saw each other, she was still training in the... what's it called? Satyavada life? Oh, I see.
That's right, we're old friends. You've come at just the right time. Ever since I've come here, hardly anyone has even talked to me.
Hypatia, you're way too excited about this. Actually, for you to leave the Avidia Forest means... you're not in training anymore? Wait, no. Did you already finish your training and reach Pariporno life?
My consciousness has already managed to make contact with the divine.
You did it! Congratulations!
It's so exhilarating to share this sublime joy with others at long last.
Де ті гнарі? Ми не до тебе прийшли.
When my consciousness made contact with the gods. What a supreme and unparalleled experience that was.
That sounds incredible!
Мы здесь, чтобы найти те гнари. У нас еще остались дела. Поговорим потом.
Oh, all right. Actually, please wait. I haven't forgotten my promise to you. Remember? I promised to help you understand what you saw from Irminsul once I gained deeper insights. My current self has not only gained true insight, but I can even help you establish a direct connection to the consciousness of the divine.
You can do that?
Это возможно. Нахида?
I've never heard of anything like that, but if you want to give it a try, I'll do my best to protect your consciousness during the process.
Hold on. I brought some spirit borneal with me. This is still a crucial part of the ceremony.
We're using that incense again?
All right now. Hold my hand. I'll help you establish a pathway to connect your consciousness.
Okay.
Прийшли по тій гнарі, до тій гнарі. Або шукати, да. Ми прийшли шукати ті гнарі, а тут же йдемо до духа. Чого? Для чого? Боже. Піздець.
Ready?
Так, загрузка, і ми окажемося десь непонятно де.
It took 3 betrayals for me to finally understand. The world is just an elaborate tapestry of lies. My fury will never be quelled. The first to betray me was a god. My creator. My mother. Valuing strength above all, she saw no worth in me and I was discarded. The second was a human. My family. My friend. Consumed by fear, he saw me as an abomination. The third was one exactly like me. A hope for the future. A fledgling barely out of the nest. Powerless before his mortality, he broke his promise to me. Humans, they can't be trusted. And the gods fill me with pure loathing. So I said good riddance. I denounce the world and laugh in its face. My chest will never again be defiled by worldly filth. I will scrub away every last trace of human emotion. Then it will be empty, a blank slate, and ready to receive a supreme gnosis, brimming with pure divinity.
Коротко.
There is no need to fear. The pain will be brief. Your era is coming to an end.
Ну, що правильно поняв, це коротка сюжетка про странника цього. Що ми стичали Олію. Вовсе не сознание великой властительницы Руккрадеваты. Но и не сознание царя Дешрота.
Did we actually just see the Balladeer's memories? Everything matches what we know about him.
А, ну, странник Скоромуч, да. Скоромуч. Якщо я правильно понял, то получается, що Райден його мама рідна, чи що?
But how is he connected to the divine consciousness that Hypatia was talking about?
You saw it, right? You felt it, right? Such a majestic god! Such a noble will! Such sublime emotion! Alas, shame. If only that which beats within my chest wasn't a filthy mortal heart. Oh, great and merciful God! Please grant me forgiveness and salvation!
Do you understand now? I'm afraid this is no periporno life, but rather...
Очнись.
You! Why are you so mean to me? Why is everyone hiding from me? I found divine wisdom. Shouldn't I receive praise and honor? Haven't I uncovered that light in the darkness?
Hypatia?
That's how I always thought everything should be. Wait, have I already lost my mind?
Wait, something isn't right.
Чого там? Ще один ролик. Вже другий. Драка, та що? Драковий. Мене одне удивляє. Вже 4-й сезон сюжета. А ми ходимо з одноручним мечом першої звізди. Вони типу вбили її, да? Це ж на нові скромучі. Не, походу, це новий бос, напевно. Ну, я думав, в кінці аж буде, напевно, бос. Що він вже скоро буде? А нас куди викинули, не поняв. Це якийсь бред, там, типа, сажалися. А на дендроход нема. Це якісь трошки непонятки. Піздець, конечно. На жаль, легендарна путешественниця не могла спасти Катерину. Ну, чи Дендорхонта. Ну, це якось трохи це. Ну, мене саме смущає 4-й сезон. Тобто пройшли Манштант, Алію, і Надзуму, прийшли в Сумеру. Ну, ладно, 3 пройшли города. І ходимо з одноручним, однозв'язочним, отстойним мечом. Це мене просто восхищає. Це сарказм, хто не поняв. Піздець. Я ж не кажу п'ятизв'язочне, ну якесь, не знаю, прикольне чотиризв'язочне оружие можна обладати, ну, наші підчасні руки. Ні, одноручне, однозв'язочне. Саме то. Саме то. Ну да, шикарно виглядало б, наприклад, Небесне Величие одноручне в нашій путешественних руках. Це було б ідеально. Вони що, так жалко зробити п'ятерку, ну, чотирку могли б і в руки дати. Це я просто фігіваю з деяких моментів в ігрі. Сюжет, коли дивишся. У деяких іграх моїх. Понимаєте, в деяких іграх моїх. Коли я граю по сюжеті, нажимаю екіпіровка і міняю фуфлове оружие на якесь легендарне, то в роликах, в крутих роликах, понимаєте, навіть, ну там CG-роликів немає, там тільки в началі гри CG-ролик і в кінці, в катсцени, там, виходить, нема сраження і там оружие не отображається. Ну, коротше, в всіх роликах отображається в роликах, понимаєте, в роликах отображається то оружие, яке я поставив в екіпіровку. Тобто, що поставив легендарне. В роликах, мій персонаж в роликах буде махати цим оружієм. І це круто, це дуже шикарно. Це реально дуже круто. А тут, якби, ролики, і ми ходимо з отстойним мечом. Піздець просто. Я просто офігіваю. 22 рік. О, да, я так вам скажу. Ігра 2009 року. 13 років назад розробники додумалися зробити ігрокам таку приятну прикол, що тобі нравиться то оружие, ти покіпірував. Це не касається тільки головних героїв, це касається всіх головних героїв, персонажів. Тобто там в мене є багато персонажів сюжетних, з яких я можу грати. Я кожному можу оружие поміняти, лук, там, меч, двуручний меч, так далі, поставити те, що я захочу, і в роликах, коли вони там сражаються, покажуть ці катсцени. Вони використовують то оружие, яке я екіпірував. І це шикарно виглядає. А тут піздець просто. Однозв'язочне оружие. Просто шлакове оружие. В катсценах. Це просто так смотриться убого. Понимаєте, це смотриться убого. Я висказую просто своє мнення. Як мене ігра поражає, чи радує, там, чи це. Ролики вроді хорошо зроблять. Ну це, що меч виглядає, це просто все убиває. Цей хороший ефект убиває. Ох, мене бомбить просто від такої фіні. І ще саме головне, наша птиця хорошо сражається, не могла Катерину захвастити. І там показали, що типу, її проткнули, а ми типу, що пальця коснулися, побачили оце, що показали видіння, що її заточили там в сфері. Скарамуча на неї там дивився, що ж це показали. О, і Тігнар, непонятно, де взявся. І ми, типа, нас окружили, ми коснулись пальця, і типа їх кинули, і будемо тікати, да? Делать дьору, да? Получается, все. Якби теж фігово це тако зробили. Ну, мені не подобається, може всім нравиться. Ну, мені не подобається. Остальним ігрокам, які грають, може подобається. Ладно, йдемо далі.
Are you okay, Nahida? Wait, no. Something feels different. You're back!
Oh, the Traveler's back?
Nahida was controlling your body for a while. It seemed like she jumped over to you as an emergency measure right before the Catherine puppet was destroyed.
Странно, там по тіні показали, що наче проткнули, але по цим словам, типу, що вона спасла Катерину і в нас вселилася. Ну, якщо це так, тоді хорошо.
After that, Tainari heard the commotion and came over. He helped us defeat the mercenaries and then he ran with us all the way here.
Это был не просто перенос разума. Наши сознания поменялись местами.
What? You swapped places? You mean your consciousness also went into Nahida's body?
Ну да, там показали пару секунд.
Wait, then where is Nahida's consciousness? Where is she now?
I never imagined that an individual's consciousness could be transferred around like this. Had I not seen it with my own eyes, I would have never believed it. I don't think this can be achieved with current human technology.
Да, ви всі забуваєте, наша путешественниця Місакі вічно забуває, які там ітер, і вона особенна. Це ж не забувайте.
Also, while we were running, the consciousness in your body told me to pass on a message. She said, "The doctor has found a way to trap my consciousness, so I can't journey with you anymore."
Ну, там же ж показали в куполі, що вона вже тепер там.
But even in a moonless night, a shower of starlight can still drown out illusions and lies.
Oh no! Hida's trapped in the sanctuary of Surasthana for good this time! Was that message all she left for us? It's pretty vague.
У нас свой понятный только нам язык. Так, доторгни познает наши действия. Не важно, что
Oh, that makes sense! Since the doctor captured her, she won't be able to say anything without him knowing. She's being extra careful. Even in a moonless night, a shower of starlight can still drown out illusions and lies.
Даже мне непонятно. Типа в темную ночь традиция на звезды, наверное, там и подсказку побачим.
Paimon knows the moon illusions and lies are from the alchemical divination at the Sub-Zero's festival. Didn't Nahida use a starlight analogy before? It had something to do with Sataria.
Луна это Нахида. Це я вже помню, по сюжету запомнил хорошо. Луна это Нахида. Звезды, жители пустыни. Звезды, жители пустыни. Иллюзорность и обман Академии.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Huh. Do you think Nahida was telling us to go find help in the desert?
Бачу, пустыни підемо, чи що?
But she isn't with us anymore. Think we'll be okay?
Ну, її ж заточили.
Paimon, you said Sanctuary of Surasthana. Does this mean that this Nahida you're talking about, the consciousness who was occupying the traveler's body, is the Dendro Archon?
Тігнарі тупить.
Your guess is correct, but the situation's a bit complicated, so it's really hard for us to explain right now.
That's all right. A scholar's curiosity doesn't need to be appeased right away. As for the complicated nature of the situation, safe to say I have witnessed that for myself. I've spent some time with you, and it looks like the Dendro Archon's also on your side, so I trust you.
Thank you, Tainari. Oh, actually, we came here to ask you a question. What do you know about the project that the sages have been working on?
Ah, that. While I was indeed invited to join that project, the sages were always secretive about its scope and goals, so I eventually declined. All I know is that that project has something to do with the restoration of Irminsul.
Huh? Did you see something when you were in Nahida's body?
Ах, Академия помогает Скарамуччі стать божеством. Ну да, тільки це треба, як би сказати, помішати цим планом.
What?
Do you have any evidence?
Я видела, как зарождается божество. И Хайпаси суди на нас в и ХП соединила нас с божественным... Ой.
So that's what happened. That explains why Hypatia's symptoms were different from those of the other scholars who went mad. It's because she made contact with the consciousness of a new god who is still in the process of being born.
Tighnari, did you leave the Avidia Forest because of Hypatia?
I did. I noticed Hypatia's mental anomalies, but since her symptoms were rather atypical, I secretly took her to Pardes Dii and began searching for a way to return her to her normal self. If I didn't take action, Hypatia would have already been taken by the Matra to the desert, doomed to a life of exile at Aru village. Now that you mention it, I knew the Academia has never thought particularly highly of Lesser Lord Kusanali, but I still didn't expect them to do something as arrogant as creating a new god. Looks like I made the right decision by not accepting their invitation.
В этом замешаны фатуи. Их моли надумать фатуи.
The Doctor and the Balladeer. We have 2 Fatui Harbingers in Sumeru. Sounds like we're in for a bad time.
Ну да, доктор і сказитель явно об'єдналися і щось замишляють погане.
From your description, I don't think they've completed their project. There may still be room for us to intervene. But then, what is the connection between creating a new god and restoring Irminsul?
Yeah, it feels like we're still nowhere close to figuring out the sage's goals.
Нам нужно в пустыню. Нужно помешать им во что бы то ни стало.
Right. We've pretty much gone over everything we need to know, so we should head out. How about you, Tighnari? What are you going to do?
Да, ти підеш у Сумеру, будеш там помагати, да?
I'll stay here for now. I still want to try a few more things to help Hypatia. If you're planning to go into the desert, start by heading for Caravan Rabat. That'll be your fastest route. Come find me here if there's anything else I can do to help. May the spirit of wisdom go with you.
Thanks, Tighnari. Hopefully Hypatia will feel better soon. We're off then.
Все, хватит пиздить, идем вже дальше. О, уже другой раз мы выполнили. Направляйтесь, караван, Рибату. Ба, ну в пустині я не був, тому що придеться вручну йти пішки. Пішкаря. О, походу вже кінець 3 глави. Тобто кінець, сни, пустота і обман. І почнеться тоді 4 глава. Тільки мені інтересно, наверное, в 4 давно буде бой з босом. Це явно там буде. По-любому. В город можна, а? Скажіть, пожалуйста. Ой, боже, мені тут ще далеко пішкаря йти. Та ще дуже далеко. На що ця якорна стоянка, аж там води нема. Аж 2 даже. Ба, мені можна йти тільки це з цієї сторони, оце. Це звідси. Обалдеть. Наверное, не знаю, десь кудись з тих 2 варіантів, наверное, можна піти де. Угу, може 60. Перевіримо, чи Катерина вже на місці там. Ну, то есть, чи Нагіда її вернула на робоче місце. Так, походу ми цю главу може спіємо пройти вже, напевно. О, Катерина вже на роботі. На своєму робочому місці. Можна забрати вже експедиції. Так, тут я трохи поміняв, поставив на цей, на львіний зів. Бо в мене там вже хватає тих. Ну да, лотосів, грибочків цих в мене вже там по 1000, так що вже нема смисла туди вже відправляти. Можна вже відправляти на альвінезів. У мене його мало дуже. Ну, скажімо так, немає його почти. Да, можна так сказати. А зараз тут, ну що тут, м'ясо є, м'ята, не знаю. Ні, то водорослі, виходить. Ну, цукор, груші можна було відправити. Яйця багато, м'ясо маловато, звісно. Груші, цукор. Короче, тут либо на цукор, либо на м'ясо, наверное. 14,59. Ну да, все правильно. Точность. Да, хочу китяшку взяти назад. З тими пустинниками сражалися, скільки там, 3 рази ультував за Росорі. Часто. Там установи шикарно набагато.
Something's come up?
Там треба пробігтись, звісно. Ну ладно, пробіжимося, звісно. Сюди перше зайдемо. Так, ну, не знаю, наверное, сюди тоді.
Quite a downpour.
Так.
Nothing will get done until it clears. Let this be a lesson to those who yesterday said I'll do it tomorrow. The sun is out. Our work's done for the day. Shall we take a stroll?
О, чувак, иди в жопу.
Shadows of fate!
Эй, что так высоко стоишь там?
Delve into destiny! You give, you receive.
Дендрокула. Контрольная точка.
Shadows of fate.
With sword comes shadow.
Leave it all to me.
Take flight.
Collecting rare and exquisite treasures. Yes, this seems suitably sophisticated. In adventuring, as in business, you always have to seize the opportunity while it's there.
lively here. So, just past this wall is the desert, huh? Oh, wow. Paimon remembers hearing people call this the Wall of Samiel. It's made to block sandstorms from the outside. Oh, if it's this tall, it's gotta be the divine work of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, right?
Enough gawking. Come on, follow me.
Huh?
Over here.
Oh, Hatham went that way! Let's hurry up and follow him. Wonder what he's up to.
What the? Where did she go? How did we lose them? They were just here a second ago.
More Eremite mercenaries? Who are they working for this time? Anyway, Traveler, it seems like we were being followed again.
You were too careless. You should have noticed those hopeless amateurs trailing you a long time ago. There's no need to thank me. I've never cared to keep track of personal favors. All I did was correct a mistake I happened to come across. It's a habit I developed at the academia.
You really gave Paimon a scare, Al-Hatham. We never thought we'd run into you here. Last time we met at Port Ormos, didn't you say you were going back to the academia? Wait. Don't tell Paimon that you're here to take us back on their orders!
Oh, so you've already landed yourselves on the academia's hit list. I can't say that I didn't expect it. However, had I wished to turn you over to the academia, don't you think you'd already be the Eremites' honored guests by now?
Oh, right. You do have a point.
I have no interest in running errands for that project. As a scholar, I've always belonged to the camp that promotes researcher autonomy. And these days, you're more fascinating than anything the sages can offer. Not quite. To tell you the truth, I'm still investigating the Divine Knowledge Capsule. Unfortunately, I've run into some difficulties. Everyone says the capsule originated in the desert and was eventually moved to Port Ormos. If I am to get to the bottom of this, I must understand how the capsule first came to be. Which brings me back to you, and why you're so interesting. The leader of Ainul Ahmar used the Divine Knowledge Capsule right in front of you, and upon seeing him, your expression became perplexed, and you were lost in thought for quite some time. To have that kind of reaction, I think you must have realized something. Are you interested at all in sharing what you've been hiding from me?
Опять эта фраза. Мир забудет меня?
Al-Hatham, you really have a ridiculous eye for detail. What kind of person even notices or remembers stuff like that?
Это сложно объяснить. Еще не время.
So that's your answer. Well, I do work for the academia after all. So considering that, it is indeed wise to keep your cards close to your chest.
А может ты супершпион из Академии?
But that does prove you do have some undisclosed information about the Divine Knowledge Capsule. Am I right? No matter. Rather than simply learning the answers from you, I'd still prefer to investigate on my own. Speaking of, you two are also headed to the desert?
That's right! We have the same plan as you! But we don't really have any concrete goals at the moment.
Then I'd suggest starting with Aru Village.
It's the largest settlement in the desert, so it'll probably have more resources and intel than anywhere else. Well, would you like to head there together?
It's always better to travel with someone you know. Let's go!
I'll risk taking a rest. We'll find you here.
My apologies. Ha! Ha! Yeah!
We could do with some more fortune.
Speed of light! Ha! Huh. Nowhere to hide. Don't blink!
Someone needs assistance. I must leave no stone unturned.
Speed of light! Ha!
Picked the wrong test subject.
Not bad, as far as treasure is concerned. Don't blink! Speed of light! Hey!
A little dusty. Best give it a spring cleaning.
Before us lies Aru Village, the safe haven of the desert folk.
Whoa, this landscape is really something else. What a cool place! Let's go check...
Unless my memory fails me, we have barely spoken 2 words to each other before now at the Academia. Would you care to enlighten me as to when and how I invited the General Mahamatra's wrath?
Hatham, do not think you can escape my judgment just because you managed to escape my attack.
Judgment? So that's how you'd characterize your actions here, is it? Or would elimination perhaps be a more accurate description?
Had I used my full strength, not even this traveler would have been able to stop me. Though styled like an assassination, I sought only to ensure that my target would be unable to flee or resist. Standard practice for the Matra, as well you know.
Seemed to me more like your own personal touch.
Who is that, Al-Haytham? Did you call him General Mahamatra?
Yes. General Mahamatra Sino, head of all the Matra at the Academia. He's a formidable hunter, and the ultimate nightmare for any who have committed academic crimes.
You seem to have placed a lot of trust in Al-Haytham, to the point of blocking an attack for him. If I were you, I'd never choose to side with him. I wouldn't believe a single word that comes out of his mouth. I have been pursuing this scribe for a long time. I urge you, stand back and do not seek to defend him any longer. Otherwise, there will be consequences.
Has Al-Haytham done something wrong? Hyman doesn't think he's as bad as you've made him out to be.
I won't waste my breath explaining things. Al-Haytham, I saw it during our fight. Take it out. The divine knowledge capsule you're hiding on your person. Unless you want me to retrieve it for myself.
Very perceptive of you. Nothing escapes a Matra's senses.
Wait, the divine knowledge capsule? Didn't it fall into the Matra's hands in Port Ormos?
No wonder you speak with such confidence, Sino. But I must admit, I'm very curious. What does this capsule mean to you? And why, as General Mahamatra of the Academia, are you all alone in the desert? As far as I'm aware, the other Matra have been speculating about your disappearance. Have you been given a mission that's, let's say, morally dubious? If I was the real target of your mission, what was stopping you from simply using your authority and resources to judge me within the walls of the academia?
I should have known you'd be difficult to deal with.
You two? Ugh! What you would do, Traveler? Paimon feels like we can't trust either of them!
Ahem. Well, look at you two, acting all tough and self-righteous over there.
Wait, Dia? Great! Finally, someone that we can trust! You gotta help us out here, otherwise these two are gonna start fighting again!
Yeah, sure looks that way. Two giants from the academia duking it out once and for all. Not something you get to see every day, that's for sure. Listen, I know you academic types love to fill up your big brains with self-righteous morality and lord your empty rules and virtues over each other. But how dare you bring your petty disputes into the safe haven of Aru Village? It seems like someone's gonna have to beat some sense into your thick skulls until you finally learn to respect these grounds. Hey, did either of you hear a word I just said?
Whoa, what's going on? The wind's so strong! Is this a sandstorm? Paimon's gonna get blown away!
Another sandstorm? What's up with these recently?
Hey! All of you, over here, quickly! We have to take cover!
Someone's calling for us! Oh, this wind is too strong! Let's get over there!
That sounded like Candace. Come on, you two. Jeez, are all of you academia folks such hard work? Move it!
All right, stop yelling.
Well, this is pretty awkward. Hey, wanna play sardines with three people who wanna tear each other limb from limb? Sure, why not? Sounds fun. The air is so thick and heavy. Paimon can hardly keep floating anymore.
My sincere apologies, everyone. This is the home of our village chief. I will have to ask you to make do with this small room until the sandstorm dies down. Please, let me introduce myself. I am Candace, protector of Aru Village.
Our savior has come at last! Nice to meet you, Candace. The name's Paimon. Thank you so much for helping us.
There's no need to thank me. It's only right to help each other when the weather gets rough.
Wow, she's so gentle and caring, like a nice older sister.
All right. Now that we're all better acquainted, we should return to the topic at hand. As a guardian charged with the responsibility to protect my fellow villagers from harm, I was observing your conflict from afar, even before the sandstorm started. And now that you have set foot within our village itself, it is all the more my responsibility to make absolutely sure that you pose no threat whatsoever to us. So please, have an honest and sincere conversation with one another, and put your hostile feelings to rest. If anyone dares to start anything again while they are under this roof, I will not hesitate to send them out for some quality time with the creatures of the sandstorm.
On second thought, Paimon may have misjudged Candace's character.
And that goes for you too, Miss Dia. Do I make myself clear?
All right, we got it, Candace.
That's what I like to hear. So, which of you will begin?
I was supposed to be a mediator, but I might have gotten a little too involved just now. Anyway, one of those two should probably start talking.
Wait, that was you trying to be a mediator?
I have nothing to hide, so there's no shame in explaining myself. While Al-Haytham wasn't wrong about the other Matra not knowing my whereabouts, it's not because I've been assigned a morally dubious mission. Rather, I've chosen to exile myself.
Huh? Exile yourself?
A little while ago, I discovered that there was data missing in the Academia's project planning and development files. What little they did report clearly did not match the project's actual progress. As General Mahamatra, I had the responsibility and authority to request an audit. However, to my surprise, the person responsible for the erroneous data was none other than Grand Sage Azar himself. I tried to investigate the issue myself before submitting a formal audit request, but I soon found that all leads and potential pieces of incriminating evidence were carefully concealed from me. I began to realize that they were cautious of me from the very beginning. Unsurprisingly, the Grand Sage rejected my audit request as soon as the submission reached his desk. He even said to me, "The power of the General Mahamatra is granted by the sages. You have no right to judge us."
So they really are up to no good.
I realized then that to the Grand Sage, the Matra are nothing more than tools for the sages to assert and maintain their control over knowledge. The vows that we took, the principles that we strive to uphold, they are meaningless to the academia of today. I believed it would be wise to flee the academia before the sages had a chance to take action against me. This way, they can no longer see nor predict my actions. I will never give up on this investigation. There's no need for someone else to give me power or authority. Once I find the truth, I will administer judgment by my own name.
Sino seems to have the same goal as us. We're all investigating the sages. Plus, now that he's no longer the General Mahamatra, he somehow feels a lot less scary. Well, Sino, if that's your story, then why did you see Al-Haytham as a target?
When I was investigating the matter in the academia, I overheard a conversation between Al-Haytham and a sage. The sages asked you to investigate a blonde-haired traveler. Do you dispute this, Alhaitham? Like many parts of the project, this assignment was undocumented. Now throw in your suspicious behavior with the Divine Knowledge Capsule, and I think we deserve an explanation.
Yes. I was indeed tasked with investigating the Traveler. After all, the promised reward was so great that hardly any scholar could have refused. The sage told me, once you've completed this assignment, I can give you a glimpse of divine knowledge.
A most enticing offer.
Unfortunately, those academics don't know me at all. Their words contained one key piece of information, namely that divine knowledge indeed exists. That gave me all I needed to know. From my perspective, the sages are far from trustworthy. Think about it. Isn't it a little strange they're so willing to share divine knowledge with anyone, even as a reward? So, I began my own investigation following the lead of the Divine Knowledge Capsule. In the end, I realized my wisdom in committing to this rather than collaborating with the sages. Had I been less guarded, I probably would have ended up like that Ain al-Ahmar mercenary, incapable of remaining sane for long enough to hold a conversation.
You mean that the sages originally planned to dispose of you, using one of those capsules that drive people insane?
I'd already given up on the assignment by then. I only told the Academia I was waiting in Port Ormos for you to appear so they wouldn't suspect anything. So it came as quite a surprise when I encountered my erstwhile target while investigating the Divine Knowledge Capsule.
Criminals do love to talk about coincidences.
Even though I ran into the Traveler by chance, I had no intention of providing assistance to the Academia. Also, you should remember, you were the ones who decided to follow me and strike up a conversation after I left that tavern.
That's true. Alhaitham helped us out at Caravan Rebat as well. Maybe he's telling the truth.
I'm willing to apologize, if that's worth anything to you. I took the Divine Knowledge Capsule behind your back because I judged its existence to be a significant risk. I felt that it would be best for no one to interact with it before it had been properly studied. After all, curiosity often proves to be the most dangerous thing in this land.
You should be well aware, Scribe Alhaitham, that curiosity can also lead you to danger and suspicion. Answer me this. Did the sages share any information about their project with you?
Have I not made myself clear? You and I are both distrusted by the Academia. Do you really think they would tell me anything?
Fine. Although you haven't completely proven your innocence, I won't regard you as an enemy, for now.
As you wish.
Good. I'm glad to see you two clearing up your misunderstandings. And now you, Dia. I believe it's your turn.
Oh, sorry. Whatever the boys were talking about must have been so boring that I spaced out. My situation is pretty straightforward. My employer, Dunyarzad of the Homayani family, is friends with the Traveler and is currently recovering from her illness at home. I had nothing going on, so I decided to return to our village for a visit. I was actually looking forward to a pretty exciting time getting back together with everyone here. But then I saw these two random guys in the middle of a pointless argument. It ticked me off, and things went downhill from there.
Is that all? Well, I will admit that definitely sounds like your style.
That's more like it. I missed you all so much, Candace.
Whoa! What was that sound?
No need to worry. Now that you're no longer at each other's throats, please make yourselves at home. I'll take a quick trip outside to clear out some of those creatures in the sandstorm.
Creatures? In the sandstorm? Are you sure you don't want some backup?
Fighting in a sandstorm is not for the faint-hearted. Anyone without extensive training in these conditions is at a disadvantage. You needn't worry.
Yeah, just leave him to Candace. Don't worry, she's as tough as they come.
The wind's died down. That means the sandstorm's over, right? Candace still isn't back yet, though. Is she alright? Maybe we should go out and check on her.
When you put it that way, even I'm starting to feel a little worried. All right, let's go. We've been here long enough, and the boys are as chatty as the floor.
Так, обычное задание. Роза. Желание исполни. Роза златая из камня. росла и пела мне песни. Она пела... Это сумерская детская песенка под названием «Поющая роза», верно? Какая милая песня. Жаль, что мальчик сбежал на середине песни. Поймал, хотела дослушать ее до конца и поздороваться. Вы, должно быть, впервые в деревне? Да. Неудивительно, что вы никогда не слышали эту народную песню. Вы ученые из другой страны, которые приехали в Сумеру учиться? Я помню, что в Академии много иностранных ученых. Мы знакомы со многими учеными, но сами к ним не относимся. Строго говоря, мы Пайман и Мисаки, искатели приключений, которые путешествуют по миру. Путешествуют по миру? Что смешного? Веришь ты или нет, но мы прославленные искатели приключений. Я вовсе не смеюсь над вами, мои другие друзья издалека. Наоборот, мне нравится слушать вдохновляющие історії о путешествиях. Це дуже кругом часто лице используется среди жителей. Прическа меняется и костюм, наряд меняется обычно. Я слишком долго была оторвана от мира, поэтому ваши восторженные высказывания меня сильно удивили. Извините, если я обидела вас. Меня зовут Сабах. Я прошу прощения и приветствую вас в деревне Аару. Кстати, вы только что говорили о народной песне про розу, которую пел Зиат? Верно. Если вам интересно, может поговорить об этом подробнее. Надеюсь, эта небольшая беседа скатит ваше путешествие. Сабах, ты споешь для нас, Пайман? Как раз хотел послушать эту прекрасную песню. Извините, я не очень сильна в пении, но мы можем судить содержание песни. Конечно, мальчик пел про то, что роза может исполнить желание. Да, в нашей маленькой маленькой деревне нет большой библиотеки, как в Академии, и все песни передаются из уст в уста. Я всегда считала, что исполняющий желание цветок песни – результат коллективного воображения наших предков. В экстремальных условиях пустыни вода является чрезвычайно важным ресурсом выживания, и предки придали большое значение растениям, способным накапливать в себе воду. Чем более неблагоприятна местность, тем больше легенд о растениях. Это отражение стремления наших предков к лучшей жизни. В то же время он является примером симбиотической связи между предками и растениями в пустыне. Да, походу, нам заступ пиздеты 10 минут. Например, деревня Ару постоянно на песке, и почва здесь не подходит для выращивания сумерских роз. Сумерские розы, которые я сажала, никуда не вырастали, поэтому я считаю, что золотая роза из песни плод воображения. Подожди, Пайман не поспевает. Сабах, ты часто ведешь такие беседы? Ох, извините, я подумала, что раз вы здесь впервые, то предпочтете подобную тему разговора о погоде или сельском хозяйстве. Пайман ничего не понимает в симбиотических связях и коллективном воображении, но поняла последнее предложение. Ты говоришь, что земля здесь не подходит для выращивания сумерских роз, верно? Мы действительно видели их только в местах с влажной почвой. Но это все-таки пески. Розы – нежные растения. Кстати, о розах. Я подумала, раз вы искатели приключений, может, выполните мои поручения. Такой разговор мне по душе. Мисаки и Пайман – опытные искатели приключения. Ты можешь поручить нам любое задание. Так в чем проблема? Я знаю, что нелепо просить, чтобы розы, которых здесь не место, расцвели. Но я хочу это увидеть, несмотря ни на что. Мне неловко простить, мне неловко говорить об этом, но это моя мечта. Основываясь на моих познаниях о розах, они могут прорасти даже на песчаной почве, если использовать удобрения с высокой концентрацией дендрон. Но здесь сложно достать такое удобрение, поэтому я хотела попросить вас купить его. Дендрон. Да, дендрон способствует активному росту и способен эффективен и особенно эффективен для плохо растущих культур. Но я обычный человек без глаза бога Дендро, поэтому не могу проверить эффективность купленного удобрения. Если тебе нужен Дендро, то нет проблем, предоставь это нам. Ну да, у нас же коллеги. Используйте силу Дендро, чтобы удобрить семена. О, боже. Коллеги на сцену давай.
I'll ensure your safety.
У нас же так дофига Дендро персонажей. Ты умеешь использовать силу Дендро? Неужели встретил обладательницу глаза бога? Я давно не встречал таких людей. Как я тоскую по тем временам. Сабах, теперь все должно быть в порядке, верно? Верно, они скоро прорастут, если использовать силу Дендро. Давай подождем и посмотрим. Из земли медленно проросли несколько тонких побегов. А когда появились несколько зеленых листьев, рост неожиданно остановился. Ну, воды, наверное, треба, да? Они прорастают. Пальма знала, что Мисаки может справиться с чем угодно. Результат появился сразу. Спасибо вам. Жаль, что пока нет цветков. Это естественный прогресс. Такие вещи нельзя торопить. Растения должны пройти все стадии роста. Просто потрясающе, что ты заставила их так быстро прорасти. Дай розам больше времени, чтобы они впитали питательные вещества и расцвели. Это пойдет им на пользу. Я очень благодарна за то, что вы сделали сегодня, и больше вас не побеспокою. Если будет время, заходите полюбоваться ими. Все, кінець. Слава Богу. О, 30 камушків дали. Може, розговор, який ми тут пизділи на 10 минут, дали 30 камушків. О, пиздец. Не понял, де моя місія пропала? Я ж, ту місію активно не робив. Не люблю, коли чищу дофіга нагружають цю інформацію. До 8 часа вже сюжет граємо. Ладно, далі. Поручення не зробив.
Yes. They just keep coming in waves. I've lost count of how many I've defeated. Before I realized it, even the sandstorm had stopped.
Here comes another wave!
О, песики из Труми.
Leave this round to us. I got interrupted earlier, but now I have something to take my anger out on.
It's been quite a while since I've seen the Flame Mane in action. I'll leave these to you then.
I'll be sure to put on a good show. Let's go!
Що, дадуть пограти за... Найсложне ім'я якесь Дехія. Ну, вроді не сложно читається, але якесь, сложне. Дехія, пістець. Ех, не дали пограти з неї все-таки. Ой, я без мідіка.
me scry. Incoming.
Ну, даже что там использовали цветили.
Speed of light. Go!
Наши стали гибли.
Here comes another wave. When are they ever gonna let up? Speed of light. Hey!
Все. Погрались трохи.
The creature stopped appearing. Was that the last of them?
What we fought just now was probably the aftermath of the sandstorm. So we should be safe for the time being.
Well fought, everyone. No injuries, I hope.
Huh? Who are you?
Ah, my apologies. I haven't had a chance to greet you yet. I had my hands full taking care of the village's elderly and children. I am the chief of Aru village. Everyone usually calls me Uncle Anpu.
Sir, I am also originally from the desert, but I have not been back for some time now. May I ask if such sandstorms are common?
I can't say they've always been common, but recently the storms have become increasingly severe and frequent. Besides sandstorms, we also occasionally get earthquakes. According to an investigator who stayed in the village a while ago, these unusual natural phenomena are related to the withering of Irminsul.
Ну, зараз цей текст був быстро читав я. Тому що воно було в темноті і хорошо слова видно. Так обично буває то на дуже яркому, то ще десь плохо видно. Придивляєшся, що тут не видно якесь слово, то ще щось.
Another effect of Irminsul's withering. So, Irminsul's withering causes withering zones in the forest, and sandstorms and earthquakes here in the desert?
Everything in the natural world is inextricably connected to Irminsul. These regional symptoms can indeed be a reflection of Irminsul's present state.
Everyone in Aru village needs to take good care of themselves. Speaking of which, why haven't I seen a single village keeper since I got here?
Village keeper? Who are they? Village guards like Candace?
Does your curiosity know no bounds? Village Keeper is how Aru village refers to mad scholars, exiled here by the academia. Most of them are scholars who lost their sanity after a period of training in the Avidia forest. The academia believes that their crazed mutterings may have a negative effect on the psyches of other scholars. So, they're forcibly exiled to the desert. Though if you ask me, it's all a boatload of nonsense.
Однажды Тигнарь обмолвился.
Alas, that's exactly what we've been trying to investigate. One by one, the village keepers have been mysteriously disappearing without a trace. But no one in the village has ever seen them leave. If you're planning to stay around the village for the next few days, I'd appreciate it if you could keep an eye out for them.
I've had encounters with those people in the past. I'll see what I can do to help.
The Matra are the ones responsible for their exile. Now that you're no longer with them, are you trying to alleviate your guilt and atone for your past sins? I'm fascinated by how you think.
Mock me if you will, but if you are guilty, I will eliminate you. regardless of my position or identity.
Oh, you're the former General Mahamatra. You must be an expert in these kinds of investigations. Thank you for your help.
Я тоже помогу.
Is it because you're reminded of Hypatia? Oh, these poor scholars. First they lose their sanity, now this! We need to help get them back home, safe and sound. Is it really a good idea to tag along with Sino? You seem like you really don't trust him.
Мы как раз понаблюдаем за ним в деле. Если что, Дехи и остальные нам помогут.
I'll be grateful for the assistance. No doubt you will do a better job than some of my former subordinates. Let's start by finding a spot to share what we know so far.
Ми вже обсудили, куди ще пиздіти, хоч вже пиздіти. В цьому сюжеті один тільки пиздюш. На другий раз оце був бой, можна сказати. О, такий ізічний бой, аж скучний. Ми що, знов на той дом йдемо, чого? Без хілера плохо грати.
Although I've sent myself into exile,
А де всі
I'm still
останні?
doing essentially the same things as before. Do you still have any questions for me before we start our investigation?
Так почему безумных ученых называют хранителями?
One of my former subordinates told me that this title has its origins in a strange incident. The Academia has long exiled mad scholars to Aru village. A mysterious phenomenon exists here. When mad scholars first arrive, they are as incoherent and deranged as before. But after spending some time here, they invariably begin to calm down. Initially, the people of Aru village greatly resented having to take in the mad scholars. But a strange incident one night changed that.
Ой, я реально дуже устав від цього сюжету. 2,5 часа читати сюжет, пиздец. В обичних іграх там півчасика сюжета такого, потім там треба зачистити локацію, там на півчаса там, чи на час, там прокачатися там туди-сюди, і поки ти це не зробиш, тебе не пускає по сюжету. О, і далі ти йдеш по сюжету, знову там півчасика там сюжетика, ролики туди-сюди, і знову там іслідування там туди-сюди, там якісь піти когось убити, там ще щось зробити. Якийсь баланс хороший, а в Геншині тут просто піздець. Прут тебе сюжетом, прям пресують тут тебе сюжетом, от пхають носом, що тут все, давай, дивися, сюжет, читай, сюжет, і вже просто вже тошний від нього. От ми його граємо, іноді він інтересний, от реально, іноді інтересний, іноді щось таке, ну, зараз усну, ще можна так сказати. Понимаете, іноді граєш, вроді інтересний, а то читаєш, щось не цепляє, щось не інтересно, щось таке. І вже, от коли не інтересно, от і ще скучніше, то вже прям, вже думаєш, після, коли вже закінчиться вже. Не сказати, що він прям весь не цікавий. Є іноді моменти, коли ну, ми його проходили, то він був інтересний. Там про той праздник було інтересно, де була Нілу. Там мені було інтересно дуже. Коли оце ми вселялися, були дуже цікаві моменти теж. Зараз ми тут прибули, та ну, так собі попизділи, а тут зараз взагалі не цікаво. Щось таке собі, нічого. Ой, я вже просто, ну реально, я устав вже. А в других іграх, ви розумієте, якийсь є баланс. Півчаса ролики туди-сюди, і часто ти граєш, сражаєшся, екшен туди-сюди, тух-тух-тух. Прям таке, прям адреналін туди-сюди. І тоді дійшов до точки, все, знову сюжетика, подивись там півчасика, туди там чим більше. Тобто якийсь баланс, а в Геншині такого балансу нема. Ти просто працюй цим текстом, щоб ти його читав. І просто устаєш. Ну це я говорю про себе. Може останні мільйони фанатів пруться від цього, ну я до них не відношуся. Мені та ігра подобається, ну іноді буває вже просто піздець. Просто піздець. Боже. Я геть не прочитав це, що зараз. Зараз читати почнусь. Для себе.
Aru village was struck by the strongest earthquake in living memory. Seeing buildings on the verge of collapse all around him, the then chief of the village was preparing to take everyone to safety. Suddenly, he noticed a mad scholar crouching in a corner, caressing the ground with his hands. A soft, green light radiated from him, like a divine glow against the backdrop of night. Despite the powerful tremors that ripped through the ground that night, all the houses remained upright, almost as if they had grown roots reaching deep into the ground. In the end, not a single building collapsed, and no one was hurt. After that, the people of Aru village treated the mad scholars with greater kindness, and began to refer to them as the village keepers.
The soft green light? A mad scholar protecting Aru village? What do you make of it, traveler?
Похоже на силу Нахиди, від якої по силу сотворить такое.
Paimon thinks so too. Actually, Sino, do you know if any of the mad scholars continued to wear their Akasha terminals at Aru village?
In theory, they would continue wearing them so the academia could still monitor their activities. With that said, the main Akasha system would no longer have any interaction with them.
Oh, no wonder! Everything makes sense then! Add in the fact that they calmed down, it was probably Nahida who calmed them.
If you are able to draw a conclusion from this one story alone, then it appears you possess much more information than I do. So, what do you make of the story?
Тот ученый использовал силу маловластницы Кусанали. На самом деле, деревню защищает маловластница Кусанали.
Really? Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Я вибрав перший. Чого воно це? Це на другий варіант малось в виду.
What? You don't believe us? Lesser Lord Kusanali was definitely using the Akasha to give her power to the mad scholars!
No, it's not so much that I don't believe you. I'm just struck by your reasoning. Lesser Lord Kusanali, the current Dendro Archon. The Academia has always placed far greater importance on the late Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. They've more or less ignored Lesser Lord Kusanali, and I've never had any reason to doubt their views. In addition, I've never heard any stories about Lesser Lord Kusanali and her deeds. To me, she might as well have been a god that never existed.
No way! Nahida definitely exists! She's a... how should Paimon put it? She's a good Archon who's kind and wise. Even if she says weird stuff sometimes.
Недавно она меня спасла. Недавно мы вместе с ней спасли Сумеру.
I've spent many years interrogating criminals, so I can easily tell when someone is lying.
Good! Then you should know that we're telling the truth.
That look in your eyes. I've never seen that from a liar. You two really must have met Lesser Lord Kusanali. How can this be? To think, our Archon has been amongst us this entire time.
Alright, now it's our turn to put our skills to good use for this investigation. But easier said than done, especially since we don't have any leads. Maybe we can start by knocking on some doors.
Excuse me, are you here to help me find my grandpa?
Huh?
By the sounds of it, a resident of this village.
My name is Isak. You'll help me find my grandpa, right?
Is your grandpa a mad scholar?
Hey, don't say that. Grandpa is just Grandpa. Why do you have to call him that? It's not like he's a bad person or anything.
The person you're referring to is not a local, yet you are. Why do you call him Grandpa?
Grandpa is just Grandpa. He's my family. I heard everything you said to the village chief. Please, you gotta take me with you. I want to find my grandpa. I swear I'll help. I won't be a nuisance.
Ah, so you're the one who was eavesdropping on us around the village chief's house. I was planning to go out and take care of whoever it was, but I had a vague feeling that they didn't harbor any ill intent.
Whoa. Ethan wasn't kidding about Matra having sharp senses. Sino, he's just a kid. All he wants is to find his grandpa. Let's find a way to help him.
Sorry. I was only listening in because I wanted to know where Grandpa went. Honest. If you don't believe me, you can ask Miss Candace.
All right. But first, let's confirm the facts with Candace.
Батіки не вдома. Лишні загрузки оце, ну піздець, конечно. Скоро закінчувати, там ще 20 хвилин, походу. 2000 камней. У мене 20 круток нема ще. Так, лишнього в мене нічого нема, да? Можна взяти кристальні боди, якщо то. На всякий случай. Або гамбургер. Вкусная пита. Пита від колеї. Бета, ну прям похоже дуже. Ось блюдо де. Трьохцвітний данго. І блюдо від Юмії. Ну, взагалі не похоже. Вообще реально. Ну, пицца похожа від Джин, конечно. И то слегка похоже. Або де це благоденствие, ще воно. Тоже вообще не похоже. Так, ну, наверное, бургера взяти, що? Це буде багато вже. Так, що там достижения? Ну, понятно, сюжет не відкрив 4 штуки аж. Так, 10 четверть. Не, чекай, 4-10. Невидимая рука. Победите первозданную конструкцию, не нарушая ее невидимого состояния. А, це ми грали бездну. Прошлый стрим. Это сейчас был. Дух проникает сквозь материю. Объедините чувства с нахидой. Вселитесь в другое тело при помощи Акаши. Ну да, пару секунд было. Ну, там все-таки, наверное, 2-3 секунды. Победа воображения. Пусть люди, чьи сознание управляет Доторы, считают вас спасителем мира. Ну да, такой ролик был. Архонт оглянулся. Поклонившись к божественному созданию, узнайте все о прошлом Скоромучі. Ну да, це ми коли прийшли Дігнарі шукати, і вона нас провела, і там ми побачили краткий сюжеток з Скоромучі. Ну, кратку жизнь Скоромучі, можна сказати так, дуже краткий. Тобто з нього були свої неудачі і тяжела жизнь була, можна сказати. Скільки я там уже зібрав сундуків. Откройте 60 сундуков в следующих регионах. Пустыня. А, пустыня тільки 3 сундука відкрив. Де воно тут? Ось. Откройте 100 сундуков. Сумеру, коротше, можна сказати. Ну, 61 вже відкрив, що ще 40.
Come on, enough procrastinate.
Нових пісень вже ж нема?
Let's go.
Ні, нема нових пісень. Хочемо на какомі взяти.
All is accounted for. Let's move out.
Да, можна і так буде. Якраз можна підлічити всіх. Да, получается одни пятерки теперь. Нолька в четверочками. Ну, маю до 5-звездочными персонажами играю.
Sino is super vigilant. Is this what all the Matra are like?
Ah, you're back already.
Ця Кандакі доволі гарна дуже. Тільки не люблю такі волоси.
We just wanted to confirm something with you. Do you know a boy by the name of Isak?
I had a feeling he'd go looking for you.
Huh? You knew this would happen?
Yes. Although he tried his best to stay hidden, I still noticed him eavesdropping outside the window. He really wants to get his grandfather back. Isak's parents were both Aramite mercenaries who rarely returned to the village after finding employment in the city. He was raised by his grandfather. Unfortunately, it was only a few years before his grandpa passed away. Isak was still very young at the time, so various families in the village took turns caring for him so he could survive. Later, an elderly mad scholar arrived at the village. Isak thought the scholar bore a striking resemblance to his grandfather, and thus often spied on the man. However, the scholar was unkempt in appearance and incoherent in speech. Although Isak referred to the man as his grandpa, he was afraid and didn't dare to approach him. One summer night, the oft mumbling and bumbling grandpa suddenly calmed down and seemed to become more lucid. He even noticed Isak hiding in the distance. So Grandpa walked up to Isak and patted him on the head. He even took Isak to the entrance of the village, where he patiently taught the boy the names of the stars, and accompanied Isak until he fell asleep. The next morning, Isak woke up and wanted to go find his grandpa again, only to realize his grandpa no longer recognized him. However, even so, Grandpa retained his calm expression.
Ну на що цього пацана давали, дідушку? Причому тут до основного сюжету? От лично мені це не цікаво взагалі. Тобто не було б ніякого смисла додавати про цього хлопчика і про цього діда, просто піздець. Я просто своє мнення говорю. Мені взагалі це було не цікаво читати.
It's said that those who saw the scholar claimed he no longer appeared to be crazy, but appeared to be living in his own world, almost as if he were sleepwalking. Isak was thrilled that his grandpa was able to find peace, and would follow him all the time, asking him things like, "Grandpa, want me to take you somewhere fun?" Or, "Grandpa, could you tell me stories about the stars again?"
All this somehow just makes Paimon feel really sad. It seems like they both deserve so much better.
Perhaps. Nearly everyone who lives in the desert has some form of hardship or regret. But even so, we must still continue on with our lives. It's also my reason for fighting. I must continue to protect this land.
Ого, зараз мені читати треба, бо наша Місакі німа. Ну це типа ми думаємо, ми свої думки не озвучуємо другим персонажам, які стоять біля нас. Похоже, образумившийся дедушкой была Нахида. Она же и избавила этого безумного ученого от мучений. Ну да, наверное. Судя по выражению лица Сайно, он подумал так же.
Maybe the people have always had a considerate God watching over them.
Huh? What did you say, Sino?
Паймон тупит, Паймон тупит. Паймон, включай мозги.
No, nothing. As long as Isak keeps his word and doesn't get in our way, we can take him along.
Perhaps you are more compassionate than I gave you credit for. Please accept my thanks on Isak's behalf, Sino.
Нас автоматично кудись же портує. Так що 10 хвилин та й закінчувати, я ж йду спати, бо вже час ночі. Ох. Ну, реально, временами интересный сюжет, временами, ну так собі. А от временами так вже скучно дуже. Иногда даже не интересно. Ну тут же видно, що, наверное, розтягують. Ми пішли сюди в піски, там переждали, трохи попили, все, йдемо далі. Вже могли б добратися вже до слідчої деревні, там чи ще щось, вже щось би случилось, то ні, то ми тут. То ми, виходить, ну, типа, коли ми переждали цю бурю, слідити цю сайну, в комнату зайшли там, до цієї кандаки, там обсудили це, все. Могли б сказати собі, на слідчий день відправимося туди-туди. Все, ми пішли і пішли почати. Ні, ми вийшли, зустріли тут їх і почали цей трьоп, оцей ненужний, просто піздець. Зараз ще тут розтягнемо на півчаса з пацанчиком, да? Зараз будемо ще тут розслідування розходити. О боже, ну це піздець.
Oh, it's you guys.
Да, это мы, ребята.
We've cleared everything up. Let's go find your grandpa. Really? Wow, thank you so much.
С твоим дедушкой все будет хорошо.
All right. Let's ask the local residents some questions first.
О, наконец-то. Сны, пустота и обман. Голова завершена. 30 камушків. Це, виходить, 60 камушків ми отримали. І остання голова у нас починається. Фух. Та ти що? Це треба було 3 часа, щоб пройти в одну главу. І то, це ще в прошлому стрімі ми там ще грали цю главу. Це десь около 4 часов треба потратити на одну главу. Це трохи перебор, звісно. Ну от і остання глава. Цар Дешрет і 3 волхва. 3-й том, глава 4. Последняя глава. І, судя по предыдущим, можна сказати, що за следующий стрім вряд ли я успію пройти. Ну, то есть за 7 часть. Да, навряд чи. Ну хіба що вона буде коротша, то тоді може спінем пройти ще за один стрім. Якщо буде приблизно така сама довга, то ще треба 1,5 стріма. Понимаєте, да? 3 часа і ще плюс десь час-1,5. А якщо скоротять, то значить можемо за слідуючий стрім пройти. Ні, реально я дуже устав від цього сюжету. Вже мене просто він утомив. Дуже сильно утомив. Тут є точка телепортації? Є точка телепортації, слава Богу. Все, йдемо на поручення. Він вже просто задрав цей сюжет. В общих чертах він вроді який непоганий, але іноді в такої ми йдемо в деяких місцях, ну просто вже бісить мене вже. Поможне м'ясо, якщо для чудо. Наверное, стрім ще не знаю, що я спільно пройти. Так, мені треба взяти Йону, да. Качаємо її цю ж дружбу. Так, ну да, це знову по сюжету, це вже 5-й. Сни, пустота і обман. Завершите главу сни, пустота і обман. О, 10-очка, вау. Ти шо, 10-ка. Ні, зараз я вже говорити нічого не буду. Так, йо-міо.
More companions! Hooray!
Так, ну ми часть карти відкрити, виходить, що осталось 2. Ну, відкриється це верхня часть. Стану, що тут в началі. І тут відкриється. Ну да, тут вже у нас коричнева пустиня. Так, вроді Монштант у нас сьогодні. Награди репутації. Ой, ладно, все, зараз зберемо. Так, нам ще осталося, виходить, пройти оце ж другий, 4-ту главу. І вважаю, що у нас 2 січки вже в кармані. І ми вже, виходить, ще одну місію зробили. Оце, що цей. Це ще 20 очків. Нам ще треба любе завдання виконати. Ну, яке полегше. Там за любе завдання дають 20 очків. Ох. Все, мій мозк ніхто не трогає. Я зараз розслаблений. А то читаєш, слідкуєш за сюжетом. Типу, факти собереш. Сюди, що там мене винує? Де ви там лізете? Мені тут закінчується. Так, от ми зробимо тако. Медуза тут довше знаходиться на полі бою. Ну, 12 секунд. Як там, фатум, фантазм. Фатум, наверное, фатум, да, умовний, 5 секунд. А тут медуза 12. Тож це вже краще. Так, ну давай піротехніки. Да, походу поручення доробимо, та на цьому закінчимо. Наверно, я від статуї пробіжусь. Ну, зараз зацепив. Прикол. Та хері чорного боїшся. Ну, що зацепив.
Fate is upon you. Go with the ship down! Fire hazard!
З нього нічого не випадає. Рідко артефакт падає. Це я знав, що буде тут.
Watch me make a snowball! Pew! Feel the split!
Я ще й попав.
Fire hazard! Let's move out.
Не, ноліки нема зуб. Тут фею треба довести. Це до фіа це його піздюша? Розговору. Розмов. Балаканини. Лишні. Та ще не кінець цієї місії. Прям почтальон, йому м'ясо ще донести треба. Блин, ну все. Задержався все мясо. То есть миссия. Все, сейчас я закінчуємо стрім. Да. Тут вже 2 хвилини переборщив. А, да, я все зробив. Так, брати смучені, брати. 73. Завтра раніше планую зробити стрім. Награди. Ну ладно, не буду брати.
Add Astro. Thank you for
Так, все основне я поробив я ж, да? Да, прочинні награди собрані. Да, тут я зробив теж. Да ж далеко треба вести аж. Так, все, на цьому стрім будемо закінчувати. Так. Аж трохи дул, можна так сказати. Так, по сюжету нам треба тут людей розпрашувати. Так, ми вже читаємо, що закінчили 3-ю главу і перейшли на 4-ту главу, да? Ну, да, з тим працюємо. Так що все. На цьому я і закінчу. Ми грали в Genshin Impact на PS4. Це була Сумеру, 6-та часть. Грали основний сюжет. Все, всім пока, зустрінемося. Яка там часть? Ми грали Сумеру, 6-та часть. Зустрінемося в 7-й часті. Все, всім пока. Перепутав трохи. Так, завтра має буде стрім по обаладних кубках. Все, всім спокійної ночі.